Hey y'all, so I just wanted to come real quick with this video, just really quick and fast. This is my first and last review of Black Ink Crew Chicago. I am completely done with this show. I didn't even review it in the first place. I'm not gonna even watch the episode that comes on tonight. It's Wednesday, and this is like Wednesday around like what, 4 o'clock? No, it's not that late. My boyfriend ain't off yet. Maybe like 2 o'clock, so I didn't even watch the new episode. But I just wanted to get a few things off my chest about this show. So let me start by saying this. Well, yeah, I'm gonna lay the foundation by saying this. I respect everybody that's on that show. I think that everybody except Lily is very talented. Lily, she can do a little something. I just don't like her, but we'll get there. But regardless, so let's just start off with the original Black Ink Crew, New York with season them. Y'all couldn't tell me, like, when it first came on, I wasn't like, the first season I was in and out, but by the second season, oh, y'all couldn't tell me nothing. Black Ink Crew was everything. It was one of the few reality shows on TV that was like still somewhat real. So then when Black Ink Crew Chicago came on, I was like, oh yeah, hype, type. And on top of that, I watched Ashley Miller. Shout out to Ashley Miller, and she's from Chicago, so I was hyped to see her do it. So the first season, really good, really good. Um, and to me, it wasn't just good simply because of the drama, because the drama of that season was really more so centered around the fact that Charmaine and Dawn was messing around and Ashley and all that other stuff. That was like the main drama. But I really liked it because it seemed like everybody was really, really, really close knit. I knew a little bit about the story about Ryan's sister. So I thought Ryan, I still, as much as he get on my nerves, Ryan is so fine. So I have no problem looking at a man that fine on my TV screen for like 45 minutes to an hour. It's perfectly fine. Dawn is fine. But all of those men are fine. Specifically Ryan and specifically Dawn. I watched them all day, right? So cool. I'm like, yes. It was to the point where it was like, damn, Black King Crew Chicago is a little bit better than the original. Cool. We move along. Go to season 2. I don't remember now. Season 2, I believe. I don't know if it was season 2 or season 1. I might get the seasons mixed up, but I know that there was a point in time where it was a little bit of friction because Kat wanted to go and do her own thing, and Ryan was just all, "We're a family, we're family, we won't go nowhere, we won't go nowhere, we won't go nowhere." And it's like, I was like, okay, Ryan, I feel you, but if she wants to be her own businesswoman and she wants to do her own thing, why are you so mad about her with that? Like, y'all could easily partner up real easily, and I don't know, y'all could work together and bring in the bag, right? I think it was season 3 that rolled around. Y'all, let me say this, okay? Rachel. We're just gonna touch on Rachel. Not very long. Rachel was in the first episode of the first season, right? Introduced as his longtime girlfriend, mother of his children. They tried to hide who her other baby's father was, but the internet knows everything. She also has a child by Jeremiah too. I don't know if it's 1 or 2, but she has a kid or 2 by Jeremiah, the singer, right? Okay. Um, then she disappears and she left. She went to LA with her kids to go run her little, I think she got like a nail polish business, I think. Something like that. Left Ryan all crying and shit, right? Cool. Then I guess they got back together. And I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there. The consensus at this point about Rachel is this. A couple things. Number 1, she needs to mind her business. She is your woman, Ryan. She is, well, I don't know what she is now, but she was your woman. She was the mother of your child, but she wasn't your business partner. So that was number 1. That's the number 1. She gets into the business way too much. And number 2, I've seen people say this a lot. I'm not saying yay or nay, but a lot of people do say that Rachel tends to pop up when Ryan is doing pretty good. When Ryan is on his shit and when he's doing what he's supposed to do, all of a sudden Rachel pops back up. Now, I don't know if that's like Rachel pops back up on TV for us. Of course, she's always in his life because that's the mother of his kids, but it just comes off from watching it on TV that Rachel comes around when Ryan is doing well. When Ryan's not doing too well, she's not really around like that. But when he's up, that's when she's there. Which I don't necessarily believe that to be true all the time, but I can see how that comes off on TV. I can see that. So whatever. Him and Rachel got back together, and then the whole little debacle with Kat happened, And this right here is when me and Ryan started to split ways, as fine as he is. Because here's the thing. I'm not gonna explain that whole situation because if you're watching this video and you watch Black Ink Crew, you know what happened. So I'm not gonna explain what happened. But this is my whole thing. Kat was wrong. Absolutely. Because she knew that he was trying to work stuff out with Rachel. Absolutely. 1010% wrong. She was wrong. Wrong. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. Okay? But you want to know the crazy part is? Kat has said that she was wrong. And she felt guilty about the shit that she did. Now some people feel like, oh, she wasn't really feeling guilty. She was just doing it for some clout or something like that. But my whole thing is, there are definitely females who mess around with another man. I mean, you know what I mean, mess around with a woman's man or whatever to get some type of cloud or some type of something. But Kat doesn't give me that. Kat is talented. She's to me, she was the best tattoo artist in that whole shop, even better than Ryan, in my opinion. I like her work a little bit better than I do. Ryan's is good, but I just personally like Kat's a little bit more. And why would she build herself up, right, for like about 2 seasons, right, to be, girl, I'm the main tattoo female artist up in here, I'm trying to do my own thing, and then completely downgrade herself to just being somebody who messed with Ryan. And the crazy part is, she wasn't even Danielle, her cousin, her best friend was the first person to mess around with Ryan, to mess around with Ryan. So what confuses me, one of the main things that confuses me about this whole situation, it was like, so did Rachel just not want you working around Kat simply because y'all was together when y'all messed around? Or is it because she felt threatened? Because again, you messed around with Danielle. Maybe y'all wasn't together, but you definitely messed around with Danielle, and Danielle still worked there. So it just confuses me, because at the end of the day, if you're going to cheat, you're going to cheat. It doesn't really matter whether she's working around you or not. So that was always my confusion when it came to Rachel. But that's neither here nor there. The biggest problem with that whole thing, like I said, is that Ryan did not take responsibility for that situation. That whole third or fourth season, all he did was go around and get mad at everybody else in the shop because nobody wanted to stand up and be like, oh no, that didn't happen, no, that didn't happen, no, that didn't happen. That's why all of the confessionals, for everybody, I'm talking about even Dawn and Ford, they were like, man, look, he might as well just be honest. That was the main problem. At least that was my problem. You just kept lying about the whole situation. Now, I'm not saying, oh, you got to tell us as the viewers what it is that you did, but for you to get mad at everybody else because they didn't want to lie for you, that doesn't even make any sense to me. And I really wish, and Ryan, he's so sensitive. I'm talking about, he is so sensitive, because I don't follow him anymore, but I used to follow him on Instagram, and bruh, he be getting so heated in the comments. It's just ridiculous. You shouldn't get that in your feelings. Like, he be getting in his feelings. He be cursing people out and everything. Like, you're on reality. That's why I think the show should be over, because Ryan cannot handle being on TV. He can't handle that type of like pressure. He can't handle that type of people like commenting on him, and it's not for everybody. So I think Ryan really needs to give it up. But like I was saying, Ryan did not take responsibility for that whole situation. He got mad at everybody else because nobody wanted to stand up for him and be like, oh no, y'all are all lying on Ryan. Because for the longest, what did he say? I didn't do anything. And that's why Kat had to go off on him in the shop that one time, saying pretty much what he did. Like, you ate it. I sucked your, and you ate me out. It's just facts. Like, you're not going to sit up here and try to make it seem like I'm lying just to lie. Again, why would she lie for? What's the point? What does she gain from lying? Nothing. I feel like if Ryan would have just took responsibility, which he ended up kind of sort of doing towards the end when Kat was like that she was just gonna leave, which, let me take a second. I will say, I do think that the rest of them were wrong in the fact of not like continuously letting Kat come back after he told them not to. I get that, because just from a business standpoint, if I said somebody's fired, whether you like it or you agree or you don't agree, it is what it is. But like my girl Keish says, I feel like there's two sides to that. It was a point, to me, it was two things. It was, not really Kat being fired from the shop, but Kat being fired from the show. From the show. And to me, that was really, really obvious. If you go back and you look at the season where everything had pretty much happened, and when they all went on the trip and they all pretty much confronted Ryan, like, Charmaine was going off. She was like, I respected you all the way up until this point. And in my opinion, that was coming from, so you're pretty much really going to make it so that Kat doesn't have an opportunity. And you're going to get rid of her from the show because you decided, I mean, both of y'all did, but because you decided to stick your Riri in her. And your girlfriend found out. Now she can't have a job because of that. Because of a mistake that both of y'all made. It wasn't just her. You did it too. But now she can't even work and she can't be on the show no more because of what? And the crazy part is, this is the craziest part. You kicked her off the show because of the fact that you and her messed around, right? And you and Rachel ain't even together no more. You and Rachel ain't even together no more. What kind of sense did that? It was all for nothing. If Ryan would have just took responsibility in that situation and took 2 steps back and just been like, all right, you want to know what? Even if you didn't want to admit it, don't get mad at everybody else for not defending your bullshit. Like, that doesn't it doesn't make any sense. And then all of the moves that he did after that to me were even more corny. The, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna what did he say? I think he wasn't gonna renew the lease, and then he went back and he did it or something like that. Yeah, he disappeared. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. You don't take responsibility for nothing. You disappeared on these people, right? Granted, everything was going on with you and your girl, that's fine. But why didn't you call anybody and tell them, hey, look, I'm taking the dip out, this, that, and the third? You completely disappeared, then pop back up and kick everybody out. So people that's supposed to be your friends. And I'm not saying that they were all right, because like I said, I agree 1,010% that when, even though it was messed up, when you said that you didn't want Kat in the shop, I'm sticking on just the shop, to the show to the side, the shop, because that is your shop. They should have not let her in. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And we all know that Van was doing the most, but Van always does the most. That's why he gets on my nerves half the time. He gets on my nerves half the time. So yeah, so that whole Kat situation, to me, ever since that happened, the show has been on a decline. Because what happened? Kat ended up sitting there crying her face out, you know what I'm saying? She's not on the show anymore, so then we gotta move on, and we dealing with the after effects of that. And ever since Kat left, it has not been the same at all. At all. It just has not been the same. And I'm not saying it's just because of Kat. I think it's because the dynamic between all y'all changed after that. It changed. It's just facts. It changed. Like, it changed. And like I said, what it gets down to is that you really stopped that girl's bag and you kicked her off that show because of the fact that y'all fucked. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it just don't make no sense. Like I said, I get it. You can't really be around because of your girl, but like I said, you and that woman ain't even together now. So all of that was for what? For what? Yes, and before people even say it, I understand. Kat has to, she gotta bear the brunt of the decisions that she made. Absolutely. But I just feel like the way that was handled, maybe at the end she would have never, maybe at the end it would be best that she wasn't on the show. But I just feel like the way that was handled was completely wrong. It was completely and utterly wrong. And where we are now this season, after that last episode that I just seen, and I didn't even watch the last episodes before that, I am done with the show. All of this new 9 mag and then the old 9 mag, I don't have time for that shit. I really don't. I get it that, you know, you have your business, you have your actual business in one place and then your TV show in another place, because that's what C's does, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at least the way that C's and them do it on TV, it makes it a little bit more believable than how y'all do it. I feel like y'all should just end the show. The show's done. Nobody cares anymore. We all know that Van has his own shop. We know that. We know all of this already. So what is the point? This whole storyline is really dumb to me. And I seen the, you know, the previews and stuff like that for the next episode or whatever that comes on tonight. And again, it looks like Rachel's sitting at the table. Why is Rachel sitting at the table? Why do you have Rachel sitting at the table when you're talking about business? I don't even care if it was a trip. I don't care. But if y'all talking about business, Rachel should not be there. That's the problem. I mean, she's not the only problem. There's a lot of problems, but that's one of the many problems. Why is she there? She's not part of Black Ink. She's not even your woman. She's the mother of your child. It doesn't make any sense that she's that invested. I don't want to say that invested, but that involved in your business. Because I doubt you that involved in hers. I doubt she let you make any decision when it comes to what she do. Okay? And finally, the main reason I'm done with this show is because, again, Ryan, I can respect the fact that you want to separate your business and in the show. I get that. It's probably the smartest thing to do, in all honesty, because you ain't lying when you say y'all was looking a mess. Y'all really, really was. But for you to hire Lily back, unless something happens later this season and Lily gets fired, even then I will still be pissed off. You hired Lily back. You sat at that table and talked about how you was tired of fighting, but you hired Lily back. You want to change, but you hired Lily back. Somebody make it make sense. Make it make sense to me. Makes absolutely none. As Keish would say, no shoulders. Make it make sense, Ryan. Make it make sense, Ryan. Ryan, I will always respect you as a tattoo artist. I will always respect you as a fine ass light skinned man. And I can respect what you're trying to do with your business. But if you really want your business to succeed, end the show. Just end the show. End the show and just go doing what you're doing. This show it's done. And like I said, it's not for you. You are not the type of person who can handle this type of criticism and that type of shit coming to you. You get way too upset. This is my first, like I said, this is my first, not my last. I'm done with this show. Hang it up, flat screen. And Black Ink Crew New York, you right behind them. We about to hang you up flat screen too. I'm out.